Hello everyone, and welcome back to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. If you're new here, this channel unpacks the stories everyone is talking about, calmly, clearly, and with the context you need for text-to-speech. Today's episode follows a rumor that exploded across timelines in a single afternoon. Afra and Mert Ramazan Demir leaked wedding photographs, and a flurry of captions declaring a fairy tale ceremony had already happened. We'll trace how the story started, what the pictures seem to show, why some details support the wedding theory and others argue against it, and how to celebrate your favorites without letting speculation outrun respect. Let's begin with what set the internet humming, a handful of low-compression images that circulated within minutes of each other. Each file showed Afra in a luminous white gown with an architectural bodice and a subtly flared skirt. Beside her, Mert Ramazan Demir in a classic, close-cut tuxedo. The background. Greenery, twinkle lights draped in gentle arcs, a pathway scattered with pale petals, a string quartet half visible at the edge of one frame. In another picture, two silhouettes, easily read as Afra and Mert, appear beneath a canopy that could be either a chuppah-style arch or a stylized pergola. No venue tag. No photographer credit. No consistent watermark. Just beauty and implication. From there, velocity replaced verification. Fan pages presented the images as wedding proof, while edit accounts stitched romantic scenes from past projects to the stills, adding soft piano and captions like "From Fiction to Forever." Within an hour, celebratory comments filled the feeds. "They finally did it, this is the ceremony we dreamed of, fairy tales do exist." If you stopped scrolling there, the conclusion felt inevitable. But you come to this channel for what happens after the first scroll. What do the photos suggest if we take a steadier look? The wardrobe absolutely reads wedding. Afra's gown, at least in these angles, avoids runway extremity. It's elegant rather than editorial, with a train that looks made to move rather than to photograph. Mert's tux is timeless, peak lapel, single button, hand-tied bow instead of a clip. Their posture, close shoulders, easy hands, reads as the posture of two people together, not actors posing as strangers. The decor leans toward intimate luxury, tea-light constellations, low bowls of white florals with breathing space between them, a color palette that lets faces carry the scene. Everything whispers ceremony. And yet, the case for caution is real. None of the circulating files contained reliable metadata, most appear to be third or fourth generation copies. Cropping is inconsistent, one frame loses the bottom of Afra's train, another trims Mert's cuff buttons in a way no professional would choose. A few frames show background guests whose attire looks more like a brand event than a private family wedding, repeated silhouettes, matching neutral palettes, the odd presence of lanyards that might be security or might be stylist passes. A short, grainy clip that accompanied one set of images pans past a light rig more typical of a commercial or prestige editorial than a strictly private ceremony. None of this proves the pictures are from a shoot rather than a wedding. It does keep the door open to alternative explanations, a campaign for a fashion house, a stylized scene for an upcoming project, a private engagement celebration photographed with ceremonial flourishes. The timeline also matters. Posts appeared almost simultaneously from accounts that do not credit each other, with captions that repeat identical phrasing. That repetition often signals that one unverified claim has been copied into many places, a rumor's favorite trick for looking like consensus. Add to that the absence of any on-the-record statement from Afra or Mert Ramazan Demir, and the responsible position becomes humility. The images are striking, the conclusion remains unconfirmed. None of this will surprise longtime followers of these two. Afra and Mert have drawn an audience not just because of beauty and charisma, but because their work together has consistently suggested a deep professional trust, listening more than performing, calibrating beats with restraint when louder choices would have been easier. That kind of on-screen truth makes off-screen romance plausible in the public imagination. It also makes restraint more likely if something real is unfolding. People who protect their craft tend to protect their private lives, too. So, what might we be seeing if the pictures are exactly what celebratory captions claim? A ceremony designed at human scale, fewer than 200 guests, a venue chosen for light and acoustics rather than for aerial shot spectacle, a processional that favored natural smiles over stiff choreography. You can almost reverse engineer choices from what the frames imply: seating that kept older relatives close to the action, a musician who knows how to pause at the right measure when an embrace runs a beat long, a planner who edited away everything that would distract from faces. If this was their night, as partners, not just performers, the elegance sits in the restraint. And if the images are from a different kind of day, a shoot, a scene, an elaborate private celebration misread by wishful eyes, what then? Then the lesson is the same one we teach ourselves every news cycle: let admiration be generous, not possessive. It's possible to feel the thrill of what these two could be building together and still refuse to pressure them into public announcements drafted by strangers. It's possible to cheer for love while letting the people inside it decide when ours becomes everyone's. A detail in one frame sparked special debate: an ultra-close shot of hands, hers with a delicate band and stone, his with a minimal gold ring. The image ricocheted with captions like "rings confirmed," but it also bears the unmistakable hallmarks of a campaign still: perfect fill light, immaculate skin tone, zero motion blur. Could it be a real moment captured well? Yes. Could it be a product shot placed among candid-looking frames to create a mood for a brand story? Also yes. Without primary sources, humility again outranks certainty. Let's widen the lens. Why does the story seize attention so quickly? Because Afra and Mert Demir have become a shorthand for a style of romance that audiences miss: ardor tempered by intelligence, chemistry that listens, a refusal to treat love as spectacle or punishment. In an ecosystem that rewards stunts, they have mostly advanced by doing the work, then walking away from noise. That is precisely why the idea of a quiet, beautiful wedding feels right to so many. It honors the values their fans have read in them for years. Where does that leave us tonight? With a posture you can be proud of later. If you want to celebrate, celebrate the possibility without attaching demands. If you want to post, keep captions grounded, wishing them happiness, whenever and however they choose, instead of finally. If you see accounts harassing relatives, stylists, or venue staff for confirmation, do not amplify. Starve that behavior of the attention it seeks. If Afra and Mert choose to speak, tomorrow or never, meet their words with the same care you ask from them. Here's your clean summary for the end of the clip. Striking images circulate that appear to show Afra in a bridal gown and Mert Demir in a tuxedo amid decor consistent with a wedding. The photos lack reliable sourcing and could plausibly depict a ceremony, a brand shoot, a scripted scene, or an intimate celebration mislabeled in the rush to post. As of now, there is no on-the-record confirmation from the principals. Admire the beauty, hold the rumor lightly, and let the people at the center decide when a private joy becomes public. If you appreciate coverage that separates signal from noise, and treats artists like adults, please like this video, subscribe to Turkish Spotlight Secrets, and consider joining to support the deep dive work that keeps our stories careful. In the comments, tell us what detail in the photos struck you most, and how you balance hope with patience when headlines run ahead of facts. We read everything, and we moderate for kindness.